Alright, it's been a while since I made a ride video. I don't know if you can tell, but just shy of 400 miles. So I'm pretty much making this video and updating it today because I reached out to support over this last week. And, you know, some people have commented, and I don't know if you've noticed, obviously, by trying to find X3 videos, but there really are none. There's only one other guy that has an X3 video out, and he's clearly sponsored by Freego specifically. His videos are linked on the Freego website. He didn't disclose any of this, which I thought was a requirement for YouTube if you're sponsored, you know, by certain vendors and all this other stuff. But regardless, I reached out to them and to the person I bought the bike from, the dealer in Colorado, and come to find out that this bike was an early release, or what they call batch 1. And batch 1 bikes are a little different than what the normal user-based bikes are supposed to be. And through some communication with Freego themselves, through their support email and through the dealer email, which are different. The support is just basically probably engineers in Freego themselves, and then the dealer support is probably whatever region you're in. So I think the person I'm dealing with in the dealer support is for the U.S. customer base, because I'm from the United States. But yeah, after getting in touch with them and finding out that my bike is only one of 10 in the first batch, they said that this bike was supposed to be for influencers, which I find kind of strange because there's really hardly any videos of influencers actually doing stuff with this bike as it is. But this bike is also different because of the screen. And I know that it's been asked by a couple people about the screen specifically, and my assumption, or at least what I was told, is that this was the screen that the bike actually comes with. Well, while true that this is the screen that the bike comes with, this screen, this non-colored LCD display, is for batch 1 only. And batch 1 is the first 10 models of this, or the first 10 bikes made of this X3 model given to the influencers. The rest of everybody who orders through the website will be getting a color LCD. And so when I find this out, I'm like, okay, maybe this is not a big deal. I talked to support and asked them, I said, hey, I'm trying to make videos of this bike and do accurate comparisons to make sure that, my bike and the bike that everyone else is supposed to be receiving soon is actually the same bike. And then they told me, it's like, oh yeah, the color LCD is the only, it's only an aesthetic upgrade. It's nothing significant. It's just a display. And I was like, cool. So can you send me the display? Just so my bike model matches the model that you guys say is on the website. So it's an accurate description of when I'm releasing these videos, to say that my bike and their bikes are 1-to-1, right? And again, right, I'm not sponsored by Freego. I purchased this bike. I have a receipt, the full-blown, paid for this bike. And so without knowing that this was a quote-unquote influencer bike, or as that's what the dealer told me, right, I maybe would have thought about it a little bit more before actually purchasing the bike. But I didn't know. They didn't disclose this. And so when I asked them about the actual display, to just have them send me it over, the support said that I would have to pay for it. And then I kind of got a little upset. And I was like, well, I don't see why I have to pay for this, right? If this should be standard on the bike. I was like, your bike lists an LCD display, and I feel like I should be able to just get the display. And so that's when the support actually sent me over to the dealer email, and I get in contact with the dealer, the U.S. dealer. And I think that this dealer specifically is, a region dealer that deals with all the vendors in that specific area. So this is the U.S. dealer, and I think this person deals with the dealership who sold me my bike. But yeah, anyway, so I sent her an email and reach out about getting the display, and tell her that support told me that I need to contact the dealer email and, see what they'll do. So I sent her a whole long email about the same things that I talked to them about how I feel that I should at least get the display, not have to pay for it, and, made it sound like it's not a big deal. Sure, they just have to send me a display. I doubt it's very expensive. It's probably not like an OLED or anything crazy, right? Just color display. So it's like 2 days, and she responds to me that apparently the new display requires different electronics. And it's probably the same electronics, or at least the driver and controller, but she said that the display takes different voltage. And so I don't know how things are wired specifically for the display and the fire driver controller, but she said that unfortunately for me to switch out to the display that everyone else is supposed to get requires me to have to overhaul all my electronics. And this is not what the Freego support people said. This is the dealer, the regional dealer, talking to the engineers specifically about getting me, whole for my request. And this is where things aren't lining up. When the original support said that my bike is no different than what the release model be except for the screen. And now the dealer is telling me she contacted the engineers and that I need to overhaul the electronics. And so now this is making me a little upset, because now I don't know, and I have to take at face value or what they say via their words that the bike is indeed the same bike and is actually tuned specifically for it, right? Is all the tuning the same? Is the motor the same? Is the controller the same? Are all the parameters the same? Like, honestly, I don't know. And, I'm going to assume that they're just going to say yes, but without actually having the new version of the bike or the old version of the bike or anything else to compare, it's just like I can't tell if they're telling the truth or not, right? Like they already said that the bike had nothing else different except for the display. Yet after talking to the engineer and the dealer, right, that is not the case, and it's definitely a bunch of electronics and probably the harnessing or wiring or however else they did it specifically to work. And then she says that they don't even have the stability of the newest models tuned in yet. So this makes me wonder, okay, like people already have this bike on order and you don't even have the new display like completely figured out yet and the stability issues, because not only did she say that I needed electronics, to redo some of my electronics to get the new display in, but that my version, right, this version is significantly more stable than the version with the color display. So then I'm just like, what in the world is going on? Like, clearly, clear as day, I got some early release beta model of this bike, which, to be fair, clearly seems like it's been vetted. The bike rides well for what it is. Like, I don't have any general complaints except for the super low end torque, which, by the way, I did buy a harness to work on tuning this. Bike to see if I can get some low-end performance out of it. But like other than that, like that's like my only real complaint. You know what I mean? Like overall, bike has been good. But now I'm in this whole thing where clearly my bike and the bike's release are not exactly the same, right? They kind of bullshitted me on that, and and I just feel like this was not what I fucking signed up for, like, basically at all. Like, if I knew this was an influencer bike and I was taking risks on it and this wasn't going to be what everyone else was going to get, I would absolutely said no. I mean, unless I was clearly an influencer and this bike was free and I'm doing a review on it or what everyone else does, right? But like that's not the case. I paid actual fucking money for this bike, and now I feel like I'm just being roped into this whole thing where this is not what is supposed to be advertised on the website and what everyone else is supposed to be getting and what I'm making reviews on, right? And so, like, why am I even wasting time making reviews on this bike when it could absolutely be different than what everyone else is getting? You know what I mean? It makes it's sort of ridiculous. And then, as she's talking to me about the electronics and needed to do the full swap on all the stuff, then I'm wondering to myself, like, okay, like what if any of my stuff breaks, right? Like what if anything goes bad? Like, are they going to have the parts for it? Or are they going to have everything done for it? Like, what will I need to, I'm going to have to do full overhauls, which, to be fair, I don't mind doing. I mean, if they would just send me all the electronics to swap out, absolutely. Like, there is zero issues that I have with doing the entire electronic swap on this whole thing. This is, as someone who's worked in aviation and aerospace for the last 20 plus years, this bike is some of the simplest shit I would ever touch in my life to work on. So like, it's like I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? But like, that's not what they offer. They just said, well, you know, it's too much of a big deal. There's stability issues and we don't trust it. Your bike is good. And oh, by the way, here's this $100 gift card that you can use to purchase your next Freego bike. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, that's it? I get this beta test influencer model of a bike and $100 gift card on the next bike. What, I mean, why would I buy another Freego? Why would I buy another Freego bike? Like, I just, I would never recommend anyone to buy a Freego bike if they don't rectify the situation and make it right by probably allowing me to refund the bike and get the actual model that everyone else is getting, so I know it matches 1-to-1 and I can redo videos, or fuck, I don't know, just something. Set up this ridiculous $100 gift card, give me all the electronics so I can swap everything out myself, right? And that would be good. But I mean, you know, and that's not only even the other thing. Like, I'm gonna post here in a little bit. I'm gonna make another like video about like the update to, like, you know, them sending me a brand new rear tail light. But they didn't even send the same tail light that I had. They didn't send me the one that I had on the X3. It's probably the one for the X2, which, to be fair, probably works. I didn't plug it in yet. I took all the old tail light out and the harness and all that. You know what I mean? Gonna go spin it around here real quick. And yeah, like, I didn't get the same one that was supposed to come with the bike. And the stupid thing about it is the wire routes underneath the light. Like, on this bike, the wire routes directly out the back, and that makes sense, right? It's like the routing of the wires makes sense, routing completely out the back of it. Well, on this bike, since my rear tire already hits the brake light, having the wire coming out the bottom of the brake light makes no sense. And this isn't even the brake light that was originally on the bike. Like, it's a completely different shape. So it's like they just gave me probably some X2 taillight. I'm assuming. I haven't looked it up yet. I just got it in the mail. I came back today. And yeah, I just feel like, you know, kind of cheated, right? So that's pretty much my update on the bike as of today, and dealing with customer service and everything else. But yeah, basically, I don't know if anyone should deal with Freego. I don't know if they should deal with their bikes, their customer service. I mean, I would at least say that the dealer, you know, the official dealer email that deals with the normal stateside dealers and my own personal dealer that I bought the bike from, clearly are trying. But like the main support and maybe the company itself, like, really leaves a lot to be desired. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a little tune on this thing to see how much performance I can, like, eke out at least the bottom. I feel like the mid and the top are good. Like, but the zero to, like, you know, 20, 30 could definitely use some tuning. Trying to wheelie this thing is a little difficult because it is heavy, and the very bottom end sort of has, like, it's a very like this, not so much like, you know, linear increase in power to torque. There's a significant difference compared to my buddy's stock LBX when you're talking about trying to wheelie that bike and then trying to wheelie this bike. And now, as someone who can't wheelie and is learning how to wheelies, that kind of makes it harder. I mean, maybe it's good that I, like, learn how to do it properly, but the bottom end could use a lot of help. And maybe that's a hub motor limitation. I'm not completely sure. But yeah, pretty much where I'm ending the video today. I think, as I eke on 403 miles, I think reliability-wise, the bike seems to be there. I did do some good range tests, getting it to 0% and 8%, I think, is my other one. So I don't feel any degradation in the battery, but we'll see how those, range tests, if they affect me over the long term. So it's pretty much where I'm at today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and catch you on the next one. Peace. And then, I'm going to show you the differences to what they sent me versus, what was initially installed, right? So I took this light out completely, and I can't remember, I think it was this way, right? So clearly the harness comes out the back, right? This is very obvious. It comes out the back and goes through here and routes up. So ideally, if the tire actually hits this, right, then it's obviously, clearly it destroyed this, but at least it doesn't mess the harness up. So what they sent me is this, and this is not the same. Clearly, I remember what it looks like, and the turn signals I think are here. On mine's, whole thing was more flat. But if you look, the harness comes out the bottom. And so what do they expect me to do? Like mount it like this? Clearly, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like that. But maybe it's like this. Sure. But it doesn't help the situation here that I talked to them about the wheel hitting, this guy, right? And this barely kind of fits in there as is. But, again, like I don't understand why I didn't get the exact one that I was supposed to get as a replacement, and I just got clearly this one that's not the same one as the one that I had or broke. I wish I had the pieces to show you, but clearly, as you can tell, they're not the same. So just updating you on how support has treated me for getting replacements of the bike parts. Yeah.